point of the presenting test is to show internet companies and what they've been doing and things that made them grow or shrink in the past 6 months. Starting with a global overview, according to Reuters, all the telecommunications sector, which includes internet, television, newspapers, and magazines, have so far a growth of minus 0.26% on the stock market, what do not means that internet have shrink. Internet by itself is doing great. Let's see the main corporation and some news involving them, and how they contribute to each sector. Starting with the company of the moment, the Google, in January 6, Bloomberg had published that Google Incorporation Nexus 1 marks more than the company entrance into mobile phones. It propels the internet search engine into online retailing for the first time. Google started selling Nexus 1, a phone manufactured by HTC Corporation that used the Android mobile operating system. The Mountain View, California-based company, will also offer other devices that use Android, such as phones from Motorola Incorporation. By selling directly, Google can forge closer ties to consumers, potentially allowing the company to offer other products and services in the future. Offering a range of Android phones may also spur the development of applications for the software as Google tries to catch up with Apple Incorporation. But the core event happened 2 months later, when Google left China. Chief Legal Officer Dave Drummond announced on March 21st that the giant was not the only ending its policy of censoring search results in China, but shutting down its Chinese website altogether. The stock price fell back then from US dollars 557.50 to US dollars 549 in just 2 days. Moving on, we could talk about the team-ups. Hewlett-Packard, HP, and Microsoft team up to tackle the cloud. The tech giants plan to spend $250 million over 3 years in a partnership to deliver cloud and computing products and services to business. But as time passes by, companies' aims can diverge and goals that on set can be dissolved. 2 months later, the news portals such as Reuters published that HP Palm plans may leave Microsoft out in the cold. This means Microsoft may not be deriving such joy from Hewlett-Packard products for much longer. HP April 28th acquisition of Palm for $1.2 billion makes Palm WebOS, not Windows, the center of HP mobile computing universe. Another great team-up was Google donating money to Wikipedia, as described by Giga On. In one of the few multi-million-dollar donations to be disclosed via a tweet, Wikipedia founder Jim Wales confirmed late on Tuesday, February 9th, that Google had donated $2 million to the Wikimedia Foundation. The not-for-profit entity that runs Wikipedia and several other sites, including Wikinews, the foundation itself eventually put up a press release at the Wikimedia site describing the donation, which comes on top of the $7.5 million that the encyclopedia managed to bring in through donations last years. The $2 million cements a kind of symbiotic relationship that has existed between Google and Wikimedia, and specifically Wikipedia, for some time. As most people have probably noticed, when you do a search for almost any topic, there is usually a Wikipedia link hid up in the results. The site apparently gets about 60 to 70% of its traffic from Google searches, according to a recent estimated by Jimmy Wales. Google and Wikipedia maintain the pages from the user-edited encyclopedia show up high in the search because the site has a large amount of particularly high-quality content, gets linked to a lot, and therefore ranks highly based on the criteria that Google uses for page ranks and sorting of search results. Like we saw, it's impossible to separate Internet and Google, even when talk about antivirus. After Google suffered a cyber attack, Symantec, McAfee, and Check Point await spending surge security. As described by Businessweek, McAfee executive Mark Carpenter hasn't had much downtime at work since January 12, when web search giant Google said its computers were hacked in China. I've been in meetings from morning to night without breaks since the news broke, says Carpenter, Senior Vice President for McAfee Public Sector Business. There's been a tremendous interest in the company's software designed to protect computers from malware and security breaches. The cyber attack against Google isn't the only source of interest in the security software and vendors that sell it. Shares of McAfee, Symantec, and Check Point Software Technologies are getting a general lift amid signs that spending on information technology is rebounding after last year's slumps. Investors expect business and government agencies to boost buying of computers and softwares. One area that could benefit most is security software designed to guard machines and networks against cyber intruders. Security will be a very good sector for 2010, says Daniel Ives, an analyst at FBR Capital Markets. Investors are viewing it as a positive investments theme for 2010, with Symantec, McAfee, and Check Point being front and center. On March 15th, Symantec stock closed at $18.85, its highest since early October 2008. The same day, Check Point rose 34.41, capping a 64% increase over past year. During the same period, the Nasdaq Composite Index climbed 51%. McAfee stock has climbed 40% in the past 12 months, and on March 15th slipped from 29 to 40.98. As you could see, internet markets have changed a lot in such short period of time. Facebook invested on a new application and started a little war against Twitter. Skype founders began streaming music service. Adobe finally gave up on Flash tool for Apple. But as our last news, we like to bring you What's the Meaning of Competition? Written by Ben Coons, published by Bloomberg. Here's the headline. Apple, Amazon, Google wage content wars. Each device produced by the mentioned companies contains its own widening universe of service and applications, many delivered via the internet. They are designed to keep you wedded to the particular company ecosystem and set the products. A battle looms, and it's not about selling new gadgets, it's about using devices to lock you into a content ecosystem. In an ironic evolution of the World Wide Web that once promised consistent access to all the globe's information, corporate giants are now striving to wall off sections of content and charge you for access. Thank you very much for your attention.